Hi everyone, welcome back to How We Homeschool. After 15 years of homeschooling, I've collected a lot of curriculum, helpers for moms, just pretty much everything you can think of, all different types of curricula. And what I want to do is bring a new series to you called What's on My Shelves. So I had tons and tons of curricula and books and just everything you can get your hands on as far as a homeschooling parent is concerned. And I had a garage full of books, a house full of books and bookshelves and just everything. And within the past few years, I've had to downsize considerably. So I downsized everything to just like the meat of what our homeschool philosophy is, what has worked for us over the past 15 years, what hasn't worked for us. If it hasn't worked for us, I don't have an example to show you because I've either thrown it away or given it away, but I can talk about it. And I'm going to start today with two books that have made it through many, many years of homeschooling, and I definitely recommend these two books to anyone who is going to homeschool or is in the middle of homeschooling, or even if you're seasoned a homeschooler. Even if I didn't have these two books and I know what's in them now, I would definitely want them even 15 years later. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and I'll give you a peek at what they are and the table of contents and maybe show you what's inside. Okay, so here they are. These are the two best books by far that will help you as a homeschooling parent, no matter what your philosophy is or teaching style or learning method is for the children. So the first one is Homeschool Sanity by Sherry Hayes, and I believe she's a mother of 15 children. I'm not sure how long she's homeschooled, but I know it's been a long time. That book is amazing. And then the Charlotte Mason Companion Guide. Now you don't even need to have a Charlotte Mason homeschool just to glean from this guide. Everything that's in it is just amazing, and it's just a peaceful, more peaceful environment and calming environment that you'll be creating for your child. So we'll go over the Homeschool Sanity by Sherry Hayes first. And this book has been here for a long time, so it's very tore up. Here are the table of contents for you. Now, I don't subscribe to everything that she does. I have a few things that we do that she does. And the same thing with Charlotte Mason. We don't follow it like it's a religion. We just pull from things that fit us in our learning styles and what's going on in our season of life. We pull from what we need and we leave what we don't. So this is a first page here, and I'm just going to read a couple of highlights that I have for you. So it says, marital tensions can mount as wife is veiled under stressful layers of teacher. And that is so true. I've been pretty blessed in that area, but I could easily see how that can be very, very stressful, and you know, a marriage could suffer because of it. And it says the burdens of daily living combined with homeschooling is a difficult juggling act for any size household. And then on this page, she talks about the different learning styles for each person. So you have like Charlotte Mason, you have classical, thematic, unschooling. She's got unschooling here. Just everything. And a couple of things she says here. So the very first line I really like says, Charlotte Mason methods are beautiful and practical in many situations. I have never read that Miss Mason ever had children of her own, nor that she was ever even married. This is not to say that she lacked insight into education and training of children, just that she never educated them at home as a devoted wife and in the midst of mothering many children. So I think that's important. I think it's important with everything that we do. We need to just take what works for us. and leave the rest behind and not try to follow everything to a T. So here on Unschooling, she's got, this theory does not take into account the sinful and very self-destructive tendencies of young children. So she's just saying that while unschooling can be great for children, some people may not consider, that we're pretty selfish people on the whole, and we just do what we want to do, and we may not be learning certain things we might need. So she does a lot of raised arithmetics, living books. She recommends a few books, and she subscribes to the Dollar Homeschool, which is a lot of old curriculum, and it's actually really amazing. I did go ahead and purchase that curriculum, and I have used things from it from the past, like I said, but we have not followed it to a T. So I like this piece here. It says, "We don't consider it our job to solve boredom. If a child comes up to me and even uses the word in a sentence, a new chore is assigned." So I don't necessarily assign a new chore. I just let my children know that I have things for them to do if they're bored, and they eventually will walk away and usually over time find something to do. I actually think it's good for children to be bored because it gives them time to think. I don't think boredom is necessarily a bad thing, and every minute of the day needs to be filled. So you can see where my book is falling apart here because I've had it for many years, and I've read this book many, many times. So let's just skip a few pages here. So for each chapter here, she's got tools for teaching history. And then I do know that my book is falling apart. I do know that she has a bunch of notebooking pages here that you could make copies of if you wanted. Here's a science section. We do read the books from John Hudson Tyner and Jean Henry Faber. For science, there are a lot of nature books, and we do nature journaling as well too. I do like these. I believe these might be on master books or something. I don't remember, but the history of medicine for John Hudson Tyner, exploring the world of chemistry, exploring the history of medicine. And I like the older books too by Jean Henry Faber, the Storybook of Science and the Wonder World of Chemistry. I think Ambleside Online offers those as well for reading. Okay, here's the table of contents. And then I'll just flip to a couple of pages to go through a couple things. So here it says, parents and children alike are stuck in a system that stifles curiosity and initiative and makes learning uninteresting. So I find this to be definitely true. I think that even homeschooling parents are stuck in this, not just public school parents, even private school parents. Homeschooling parents especially. We do a lot to try and mimic the public school system. Just buying a different grade curriculum every single year is what the public school system does. So to me, a lot of times I'm starting to not understand why we do this. I did it in the beginning, and it was because I was brainwashed. I was doing the same thing that I knew to do. I grew up in the public school system. So it's what I knew to do. But as homeschoolers, I really think we need to get away from the every year curriculum and start buying things that fit into our lives, with reading, writing, and arithmetic thrown in, rather than what it is we do now. So this is a very good book. It is a little bit of a thicker book. You can get through this book a lot quicker. And this book is pretty thick, but it's not meant for you to just sit down and read the whole thing. It's meant for you to kind of take things as you need them. So I'll go over to the history section or the vocabulary section and reread it, and take what I need to know, and that's pretty much it. So I hope this video was helpful, and have a good day.